Hello again, fellow friends. This week we are putting a tarp over the chicken run. We are due for some rain, and instead of it getting all icky and mucky like it has been every time it rains, we're going to try and keep our chickens' feet a little bit more drier. It's supposed to be a good rain. It's going to water all the plants and the grass. And the ducks, they'll probably love it. But the chickens, not so much. But this gives them a little extra room when it's raining. So we're just going to throw the big heavy tarp over this. We're going to zip tie it to the chicken wire and keep it dry for them. We will also run some LED lights on the inside of this so it's not so dark. Also, it'll help them find their roosting spots a little bit more easier now that it's going to start getting darker sooner. All the plants need this rain, so it's a good thing that it's coming. And you can always use a tarp for something. And if you have a tarp, zip ties, grommets, you got it all. We got it done in nick of time. Listen to the tranquility. That is just the most beautiful sound ever. After it rained, Madison and Nathan went hickory nut finding. And they found so many. This has been a favorite fall pastime. We haven't cracked any open yet, but we do have them laying out next to a fan. So hopefully we can cure many of them. And keep them for storage. They always love to do the sink or float test. Madison there, if you look really closely, has a few floaters, which are not good ones. But they also like laying them out in single file lines so they can dry. Once they're dry off of that, we'll take them and put them in front of the fan for the next few days. Also this week, we opened up some pear trees. We have 2 pear trees side by side, and we just opened them up so they could breathe more and hopefully give us fruit next year. Apple trees were on sale. So we got 2 Honeycrisp apple trees. We're planting them here kind of in the back, behind the garden area. And again, hopefully they'll grow. With the rain that we've been getting, they should grow pretty good. They're small now, but maybe in about 2-3 years, hopefully, these apple trees will give us enough apples that we can harvest so we can can apple pie filling, apple juice, apple sauce, and maybe even make some homemade apple cider. Pressed apple cider. That sounds like a plan one day to me. Here's what they look like. Nice and planted. And on this lovely day, we decided to go and, oh goodness, pumpkin picking. Thank you. Brain, sometimes it likes to work. So we went pumpkin picking. Nice thing is because it was raining on and off during this day, there wasn't a lot of people. But my kids don't mind the rain. Rain or shine, it don't matter. They love to be outside. So here they are, playing this Connect 4 game. Playing in corn. That was the biggest kick out of the day. Was playing in corn. But what I thought was pretty cool was they actually had a small corn maze made for kids where you could still see their little heads. So we got to watch how they crisscrossed and zigzagged through this and still got to keep an eye on them, but let them go and do their own thing and kind of be a little off leash and feel big and independent. They had so much fun running through that corn. And this is one big mulch hill. Yes, even in her princess skirt, Madison will still climb that mulch hill. And she'll make it to the top. She's a trooper. Can't get a tough girl down. Nope. We even got a pumpkin for the chickens. Scraped off the top and let them clean it out. It took about 2 days, but they cleaned it. And they made it look like a jack-o'-lantern. That was fun to watch.
1, 2.
And our beans are still producing. Man, look at these. We have been eating beans.
Yeah, look in there. Go find
every
more.
meal. Beans, beans, beans. The kids love the beans.
And I found one right now.
We love the beans.
Little.
There's so many different ways you can make beans.
Too big.
Yeah, it is big.
This one's small.
And the kids also like to prepare the beans. So we have this dull paring knife that I let the kids use. But it's a good tool to practice on. And I said one day, when you get a little bit bigger, you can move on to a sharper knife. But Madison, she's so precise on where she wants to cut it. She's going to make a good chef one day. She already has good ideas in the kitchen. Now, sometimes I'm like, yeah, I'll use that idea. We'll roll with it. We'll see where it goes. Ethan likes to cut a little bit more off than what he's supposed to, but all is still good. We have plenty of beans on the poles, and the chickens get a good snack. So none of it goes to waste. This was dinner with those lovely beans that everybody loved. Look at that good mouthful. Yeah. Well, that's another good mouthful. There we go. Fill up those bellies with those beans. Fresh from the garden. And the potatoes are also fresh from the dirt. And that was another fine week here on our new homestead. Hope you'll join us next week. Like and subscribe.